Hello and welcome to the Wilkes Journal-Patriot's High School Sports Rundown presented by Cooks and produced by River Street Productions. I'm Assistant Sports Editor Brandon Moree.
And I'm Sports Editor Zach Colburn.
And thanks for tuning in this week. In light of the new year, we wanted to do something a little bit different this week. So we're going to take a look back at the top 5 games from 2015. We published shortened versions of the stories that we ran about these games in the December 30th edition of the Wilkes Journal-Patriot. So be sure to check those out online. Let's get to the countdown. The 5th best game from 2015 is actually a pair of games that happened on the same night. On Thursday, May 7th, both the West Wilkes baseball and softball teams won their respective Mountain Valley Athletic Conference tournaments. The baseball team finished their season at 23-5 and made it all the way to the 4th round of the 2A North Carolina High School Athletic Association state playoffs. And the softball team, despite winning the MVAC tournament, was forced to hit the road in the first round of the playoffs and fell 1-0 at Randleman, ending its season with a record of 20-4.
Clocking in at number 4 on our countdown are the East Wilkes Cardinals in their historical 2015 football season. On November 20th, the East Wilkes football team hosted a second-round North Carolina High School Athletic Association state playoff game for the first time in school history, and the Cardinals took full advantage as they beat Swain County, a perennial Western Regional powerhouse, 22-7. The win marked the school record 13th of the season and moved the Cardinals into the 3rd round, where they hosted and eventually fell to Mitchell. But the number 1 seeded Cardinals win against the 8-time state champion Maroon Devils stands as one of the biggest wins in school history.
The Cardinals football team was not the only squad at East Wilkes to make an impressive postseason run in 2015, as the baseball team also reached the 4th round of the North Carolina High School Athletic Association state playoffs, and their 3rd round game lands in the number 3 spot on our countdown. On May 19th, the East Wilkes baseball team traveled to Cherryville to square off with the number 2 seed Iron Men in the 3rd round of the 1A North Carolina High School Athletic Association state playoffs and came away with a thrilling 9-7 upset win. The Cardinals, coached by interim head coach Justin Call, played inspired baseball all the way through the postseason, with the memory of their late coach Todd Welburn looming over the run. The Cardinals fell to rival Elkin in the 4th round, ending their season at an even 500, 13-13.
The number 2 spot on our list is occupied by an inter-county football game that decided the conference championship. In arguably the most exciting football game of the season and in front of nearly 3,000 fans in Rhonda, the East Wilkes Cardinals earned their first outright conference championship since 1986 with a last-second field goal. The Cardinals' 24-21 win against Wilkes Central maintained their perfect record, handed the Eagles just their 2nd loss of the season, and thanks to Starmount beating Ashe County on the same night, sealed the MVAC title. The Eagles jumped out to a 21-7 lead at halftime thanks to 200 first-half rushing yards from MVAC Offensive Player of the Year, Andrew Bynum, but the Cardinals came roaring back in the second half to steal the win in dramatic fashion.
And it should come as no surprise that the Wilkes Central girls basketball team's state championship game sits in the number 1 spot on our countdown. The Eagles capped their magical run with a 44-41 win against Kinston in the final game of the season inside the Dean E. Smith Center on the campus of the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. The championship marked the first girls basketball title ever won by a team from Wilkes County and the first by any team, girls or boys, in more than 50 years. Not only does the game represent the biggest win in program history, but it was also as exhilarating as it was historical.
We have a winner in our Question of the Week feature from last week. Congratulations to Dalton from Wilkesboro for correctly identifying North Wilkes' Monty Chipman as the last football coach from Wilkes County to win the MVAC Coach of the Year award, doing so in 2013. We've got a brand new question this week. The West Wilkes boys basketball team has beaten Wilkes Central twice in their last 3 matchups. Before then, when was the last time that the Blackhawks beat the Eagles? Here's a hint. Marvin Cantrell was the head coach of that conference championship winning team.
As always, be sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at WJP_sports. And while you're at it, go ahead and like us on Facebook too. We'd like to take this time to thank our sponsors, Cooks, The Dispensary, and Foothills Auto Spa for their support. This has been the Wilkes Journal-Patriot's High School Sports Rundown presented by Cooks. Thank you for watching.